Good morning, students. Let us continue straight lines in space. Three-dimensional space. How to write the equation of the straight line. Right. Now, already we have written the equation of the straight line. General form is R equal to equation of the straight line. R equal to A plus lambda into b. We have already written the equation of the straight line. But here remember, this is the equation of the line passing through the point A x1 y1 z1, where this is the vector A. Remember, in the equation of the straight line, you have A, vector A is there, no? It is actually vector joining the point with the origin. So, one particular point should be given on the line. And direction of the vector must also be given, B. Then you can write the equation of the line. Equation of line means it is the condition satisfied by any point R on the line. Representative point, general point. If you write the condition satisfied by the point R on the line, you get the equation of the line. But here the condition is, which are the things you must need? First one is A, one point on the line must be given. And the vector B should be given, in which direction the straight line is. That direction is decided by the vector B. And finally, this is the equation or the form of the equation, vector form of the equation. Now, also you have seen the equation of the line in the Cartesian form. So, this is a vector form, is the equation of the line passing through A x1 y1 z1, passing through A x1 y1 z1 in the direction of vector B. This is the equation of the line passing through the point A, this one, in the direction of the vector B. Let me recall the definition of the straight line in Cartesian form also. And the Cartesian form is, do you remember? It is x minus x1 by A, y minus y1 by B, z minus z1 by C. This is Cartesian form, this is vector form. Cartesian form, vector form, x1, y1, yes, okay, it is the point. What about this A, B, C? Actually, vector B is given in the direction of vector B is there, no? I can write like this also, AI plus BJ plus CK. If you write that particular vector B as components A, B, C, then the components come under this particular ratio. Actually, they are called as, not the components or coefficient, they are called as direction ratios, remember. Anyway, A, B, C are direction ratios. Okay, leave it. Let us take more and more example after completing all the methods. Yes? Now, next part is equation of the line is given. This ABC direction ratio, deciding the direction of the line. Now, two straight lines are parallel. What is your conclusion? Two straight lines are parallel. Most I have given in the last video. If two lines are parallel, then parallel means no doubt the vector is there. Now B, it should be the same vector in the next straight line also. B, the vector deciding the direction of the line should be parallel, that's all. If the vectors are parallel, what is your conclusion? Parallel, then vector B, this is also vector B, B1, B1. If the lines are parallel, then their direction ratios are proportional, right? Proportional. Not equal, proportional. They are equal if it is collinear. Two straight lines or two straight lines collinear with one, or one straight line is lying on the another straight line. In that case, what is? Their direction ratios will be equal, but they are proportional if they are parallel. That is, A1 by ABC are there, no? A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2. Proportional. Their direction ratios are proportional. Such lines are parallel. Shall I give an example? Example, lines are 3I plus lines are, let me write, R equal to 3I plus 2J plus 5K. Plus lambda into 2I plus 7J plus 4K. R equal to 5I minus 2J minus K plus mu into, because another straight line, mu into 2I plus 7J plus 4K. No doubt these two lines are parallel, because vector B is same, parallel, same vector I have taken. Passing through the point is different. x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, okay. But B is the same. Lines are, they are parallel. They are parallel. Second example, lines x minus 5 by 11, y minus 3 by 4, z minus 1 by 5, and x minus 1 by 22, y minus 2 by 8, z plus 7 by 10 are parallel. Tell me why. Lines, these two lines are parallel. No doubt the direction, deciding direction is decided by the vector B. Same vector is there. They are proportional, no doubt. They are equal also. But they pass through that point. X1, Y1, Z1 is entirely different from this. So these two lines are parallel. Here, I told the ratios are proportional. See, 11, 22. 22 by 11 equal to 8 by 4 equal to 10 by 5 equal to 2. Let me write that one also. Direction ratios of, let me write here, direction ratios of first line. Direction ratios of first line 11, 4, 5. Direction ratios of second line. Direction ratios of second line 22, 8, 10. Since A1, or I have not given A1, A2, if you want A1, A1 11, B1 4, C1 5, A2 22, B2 8, C2 10. Since A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 equal to C1 by C2, that is 11 by 22, 4 by 8, 5 by 10, lines are parallel. Now I think you got the idea. Whichever may be the form of the equation of the line, first verify whether the vector decided by this particular thing, direction decided by the vector B, whether the components are proportional. I could have written this one as 4, 14, 8 also, because they are proportional. Totally it should be proportional, that's all. Or if the line, equation of the line is given in the form of this one, Cartesian form, then also you can verify whether they are parallel or lines are parallel. Now, similarly, how to decide whether the given two lines are perpendicular? Let me take example, whether the straight lines given are perpendicular. Yes. Show that the lines are perpendicular to each other. How to show that? If the direction ratios are proportional, lines are parallel. Okay. If the lines are perpendicular, what is your conclusion? Two lines. Let me write like this. X minus x1 by a1, y minus y1 by b1, z minus z1 by c1, and another line, x minus x2 by a2, y minus y2 by b2, z minus z2 by c2 are perpendicular. Then what is your conclusion? One straight line is perpendicular to the other. Shall I draw the figure here? Two lines are perpendicular to each other. One, first line, second line, fully perpendicular. What is your conclusion? Tell me. No doubt, the direction of the line is measured by the vector B1. I have not written as B. Direction of the second line is decided by another vector B2. Since lines are perpendicular, the direction measuring vectors are there. No? They are also perpendicular. If the vectors are perpendicular, then B1 vector dot product B2 is clearly 0, no doubt. B1, B2 vectors. Don't confuse with the B1 here. It is not that B1. It is vector B1. Where, let me write that. Where B1 vector is, see this one, A1I, B1J, C1 key. Don't confuse with this vector B. B1 here I have written, here also B1. Same thing, don't think like that. This is vector. B2 is A2I, B2J, C2 key. Lines are perpendicular, then A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2, 0. Now you got the idea? Lines are perpendicular. Sum of the product of direction ratios must be equal to 0. Sum of the product of components should be equal to 0. Direction ratio should be equal to 0 because vectors are perpendicular to each other. Right? So, for parallel, they are in the same ratio. Ratio are equal. For perpendicular, direction ratio, product of the direction ratio should be equal to 0. Let me give an example here. Example, show that the lines x minus 5 by 7, y plus 2 by minus 5, z divided by 1 and x by 1, y by 2, z by 3 are perpendicular to each other. Careful. Once again go back to the theory. Whenever the lines are parallel, direction ratios are proportional. Don't bother about the point. Wherever it may pass, whichever may be the point it passes through, we need only the direction ratios, that's all. Here, A1 equal to, let me write the direction ratios of the first line. A1 7, B1 minus 5, C1 1. Second line A2 1, B2 2, C2 3. Find B1 dot B2. That means A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2. How much? 7 into 1 minus 5 into 2, 1 into 3. 7 minus 10 plus 3. No doubt it is 0. Since B1 dot B2 is 0, lines are perpendicular. Since you know the vector topic, same thing we have to use here, because vector form of the line means there exist vectors B1 and B2. If the vectors are parallel, line also parallel. If the dot product of the vector is 0, that means vectors are perpendicular, lines are also perpendicular. Lines are perpendicular, then dot product is 0. Show that the lines are perpendicular. Okay, let me take another problem. Second one, problem number 2. Problem number 2. Find P such that 1 minus x such that the lines 1 minus x by 3, 7y minus 14 by 2p, z minus 3 by 2, and 7 minus 7x by 3p, y minus 5 by 1, 6 minus z by 5 are perpendicular to each other, are at right angles to each other, are at right angles to each other. Okay. Here actually they are given vectors are perpendicular. You have to find the value of p, that's all. Show that the lines are perpendicular, show that the dot product is 0. Lines are given to be perpendicular, no doubt their dot product is 0. You have to find the value of p only. Dot product is 0 means you must collect a1, b1, c1, a to b to c to, no? Right. Let me take equations of the lines. Equations of the lines are 1 minus x. You should write the equation in the standard form only. Equations of lines in their standard form. Because they are not given in the standard form, then how to decide which is the direction ratio? Let me write in the standard form. This should be written, see, x minus 1 by minus 3. Have you got the idea clear? Because you must have x always in the first place. Next it should be a number. X minus x1 by a. So it is over. Just by interchange, put the negative sign to the denominator. There will be no change in the value. Equal to 7y minus 14. You must not have 7y. You must have y only. Okay. 7 into y minus 2 divided by 2p. Z minus 3, correct it is, divided by 2. Even then standard form is not over. Why? Tell me. This is in the standard form. This one also in the standard form. But remember 7 is there. So let me write one more step. X minus 1 by minus 3. Y minus 2 divided by 2p by 7. Now this 7 is taken to the denominator. Y minus y1 divided by b. Okay. Last one, however, it is there. Now you can write a1, b1, c1. Write correctly. Let me write here itself. a1 minus 3, b1 2p by 7, c1 2. Write the second equation also in the standard form. Standard form of second equation. Tell me. It is 7 should be removed outside. 1, not only 7, minus 7 should be removed outside. Becomes x minus 1, verify it, divided by 3p. It is correct. Y minus 5 by 1 in the standard form. Z minus 6 divided by it should be minus 5. Or x minus 1 divided by 3p by minus 7. Y minus 5 by 1. Z minus 6 by minus 5. A2 is 3p by minus 7. B2 is 1. C2 is minus 5. Now it is in the standard form. Given that vectors, given that lines are perpendicular. Therefore, A1 A2 plus B1 B2 plus C1 C2 should be equal to 0, no doubt. That is, let me write one by one, minus 3 into 3p by minus 7, A1 into A2 over, plus B1 minus 2p by 7, 2p by 7 into B2 1, C1 2, C2 minus 5, right hand side 0, or minus minus cancels, 9p by 7 plus 2p by 7 minus 10 equal to 0. 9 plus 2. 11p by 7 equal to 10. 9p by 7, 2p by 7, 11p by 7 equal to minus 10 becomes a plus 10. Final step is p equal to 10 into 7 by 11. 70 by 11. Correct, no? 70 by 11. Yes. P equal to this much. Find the value of P such that the lines are perpendicular. Dot product is 0. So calculate the value of P. Parallel direction ratios are proportional. Perpendicular product, sum of the product of direction ratios equal to 0. Because in the vector topic you did same thing. For parallel vector, for perpendicular vector. Same thing you have to use here also. Write correctly, carefully.